Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you the what makes me pick up a book tag. So I was tagged in this video by Chloe at Booksandpsychology. I watched her video, wrote down the questions, but I have not thought about my answers at all. So this should be interesting because I'm doing it completely on the spot. But yeah, let's just jump into the questions because there are 8 of them and it's just really a discussion based tag. So I don't have specific books to pick out for you, I just need to talk about my opinions, which I love talking about. So the first question is, do you judge a book by its cover? And definitely, like, I don't really have shame on that. But I do. One thing I absolutely will not buy a book for is if it's a film cover and I want the non-film cover. That's a weird particular that I don't like. I guess this question is more like if you see a cover and it's a bit naff. So I will say, especially, I buy a lot of my books from charity shops if I don't know what they're about completely. So if I'm browsing through the shelves of a charity shop, it is like the spine that makes me pay attention. If the spine looks at least half decent, I will pull that book out. If the cover looks half decent, I will probably then read the back. If the cover looks a little bit weird, but I've maybe heard of the author, then I might give it more of a shot. But really, if the cover's a bit naff, then I won't bother looking. I have too many books. So most of the books I'm picking up are things I've heard about already, which will go on to later questions. But if I'm just browsing for books, I have no ideas of books I'm looking for, then I do go for ones with good covers. So the next question is, do you read the synopsis first or do you prefer to go into a book with no knowledge about it? That very much depends. So let's think of an example. Right now I'm reading Spiritbound by Rochelle Mead, which is the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series. So this one, I've not even glanced at the synopsis because I know it's a continuation with characters I already know, in a world I already know, so I don't want any more info on the book. Another example is I have The Sailor by Natasha Preston. I don't know what this book is about, I've not looked because I know it's a thriller and I don't like to ruin thrillers for myself. Giving myself any clues beforehand often means that I'm going to make some preconceived ideas about it and I don't want that. Maybe contemporaries I've never heard of, so like especially if I'm looking in a charity shop, I see a book that looks like a contemporary. For example, I've got Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. Right now, I could not tell you what any of that says without looking, but I know I would have read that in the charity shop to think that sounds like something I would be interested in. So I would have checked it, but not to the extent that I now could tell you what it's about. There are certain things that will mean I don't look at the synopsis, like if it is an author I like. So for example, my favourite author, Jen Bennett, she has a book called Night Owls, which I've never read, but I do own it. And I didn't even know that book existed. I just bought it and I still don't know what it's about because I haven't read it yet. I just needed to know. I also have another of her books, The Anatomical Shape of a Heart, which me and Brittany now both have a copy of because I bought a copy for Brittany, but neither of us know what it's about because we know that we just like Jen Bennett and contemporary, so why would we bother looking? Which leads on to my next prompt. Do you have any auto by authors? Jen Bennett, Bridget Kemmerer, in theory Cassandra Clare, but I've not got on to her later stuff yet, but Cassandra Clare. I want to say Kira Cass as well. Like, I haven't finished the Selection series yet, but I know she's got historical royalty stories that are published that are on my Amazon wishlist, and I don't even read historical stuff, but I like Kira Cass's writing, so Kira Cass. Beth Reckles, author of The Kissing Booth. She wrote a sequel to The Kissing Booth, which was actually about long distance relationships, so I wanted it anyway, but I didn't know that going in. I just knew it was Beth Reckles, so I bought that. I think that's pretty much my auto by authors. Potentially John Green. Like, if John Green writes anything else, I'm probably going to get it, even though I've reread a lot of his books and I'm not a fan, but I probably would still read it. The next question is, are you more likely to pick up a book if it includes certain themes? Yes, but in a way that I can't list themes now. Like, I'm thinking if I saw a YA contemporary, I want to know that maybe it has some sort of hard-hitting element to it, and that might make me more likely to pick it up. I pretty much don't read that many different things. But I guess the question is, are you more likely? So I am more likely to pick up a contemporary with hard-hitting themes. Something I've recently been getting around to, and you might be able to see The Five by Hallie Rubenhold there. I've been getting a bit more into true crime, so I'm more likely to pick up a true crime book rather than any other non-fiction. To be honest, I guess I'm more likely, but I'm more likely by genre. Like, I'm more likely to pick up a YA thriller than an adult thriller. I don't know. So yes, but I'm not very good at answering the question. The next question is, do you ever read a book that has generally negative reviews just to form your own opinion of it? Yes and no. So if there is a book out there which I have my eye on already, maybe because it's one of my auto-buy authors, just because the synopsis sounds fun, I may have seen one person say good things about it. So if it's on my radar and then it gets bad reviews, then yes, because I want to know what everyone's problem is with this book that sounded intriguing to me. But if I see a video where, videos where everyone is slating one book, then no, I'm not going to pick it up just to see whether it needs slating. I don't have time. I have enough books to read without reading ones that I wasn't interested in the first place. The next question is, do you ever buy a book just because another booktuber or book blogger has talked about it? I'm going to apologise already. I can hear my mom hoovering, so it's probably going to pick up on the camera. But you know what? We're going to carry on because I'm limited on time I can film today. So, yes, again, it's more of, do you ever just buy a book? I'm more likely to. So one place I get YA contemporary recommendations is from Heather from Bookables. So if she does a recommendations video, I will watch that and sit with Goodreads open, looking for anything that sounds intriguing to me. I will also do that with weird books with Kayla from Books and Lala and Chelsea Palmer. If they suggest something and say, yeah, but it's really weird, then I'm gonna probably get that. Another one is my best friend, Brittany. If Brittany from The Neverending Reader says this book is amazing, you need to read it, then I'm gonna read it because I trust her and I trust that she knows what I will like. So we've had experiences when people have not considered what I would like when recommending books just because they love it. But Brittany knows that if she liked a book, that doesn't necessarily mean I will like it. And then as an example, I guess, she has recommended that I read The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I hated If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, but she has said that it's a better version of that. So she knows what I like. I trust her. Oh, and then the next one, is there anyone else whose book recommendations you will generally always trust? Words, right. So I guess this is where you would say, oh, my best friend reads, but my best friend is a booktuber, so I've already said that. Anyone else? No. Outside of BookTube, I don't really trust anyone's recommendations. Let me try and think of anything. No, I've just had to cut out a big chunk of me thinking. No, I don't. There is no one that I can think of that would recommend me books. My parents are not readers. No one in my family are readers. My in-life friends are not readers, even though Brittany crosses over into both. My boyfriend's not a reader. The only thing he told me to read was Percy Jackson, which Brittany had already told me to read, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I don't trust anyone else. So those are all my answers to these questions. I'm going to be tagging the same people that I tagged in another video I've just filmed. Like, I'm wearing the same t-shirt. You may pick it out, especially if you're tagged. But no pressure on any of these people to do this tag. I just haven't asked them in advance and completely forgot and sat down to film these. So I am tagging Emily from Emily Kathleen Reads, Emily from Noval Novels, Connor from Connor's Library Corner, and Mal from A Book Fiend named Mal. So I'll be dropping you all a message probably to say I've tagged you in 2 tags without asking your permission, but it's fine, no pressure, do it if you want. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments about anything I've said or your own answers to these questions that you just want to pop in the comments, then please do. Please have a chat with me. I love interacting with you all. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.